Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit why I haven't been on and made any videos for a while, apart from maybe some collaboration videos which you've seen, but I haven't done many with just me in. But today's video, we're going to talk about Reiki and its uses with regards to pain and how we can use it to alleviate pain, or how many people also believe that Reiki will not be effective on pain or help pain at all. So I just wanted to kind of like go into that a little bit and maybe dispel a few of those rumors or thoughts about the effectiveness of Reiki against pain. But why haven't I been on that much? I haven't been on that much because I've just been absolutely knackered. I've just felt so drained and so tired. Whether it's to do with this Pluto in Aquarius thing, or whether it's some other stuff coming up that I need to be aware of, I really don't know. But I have just been feeling kind of like a bit pissed off, really, with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff's been coming up, and it's just been making me feel quite annoyed about people in general, about life, about the balance. I really don't know what it is. So yeah, that's just for me to sort out. It's just for me to work on, and it's something that will pass. I know it will pass. So it's just one of them things, and whatever happens, and I'll get through it. So that's why I haven't been on. So I have been a bit kind of like, ugh. But it is what it is, and I'm still living in the present as best as I can, and trying to just muddle on and get on with it and do whatever I need to do. But today I wanted to make a video, and I wanted to talk to you guys, and I wanted to connect a little bit and just put my face out there a little bit more. So Reiki and its uses for pain. Does it work? Does it not work? There's a lot of speculation with regards to it. A lot of people talk about the effectiveness with Reiki with regards to mental health, with regards to anxiety, with regards to relaxation, and how it's really beneficial for those, how it's really beneficial for your sleep. So a lot of kind of more mental, maybe emotional stuff. But as we always say in Reiki circles, it is a holistic form of healing. So it works on the mind, the body, the spirit, and the emotions. It works on everything. So it is holistic. It is a holistic form of energy healing, and it's extremely powerful, extremely useful, and extremely powerful. And over the years of using Reiki, I've come to know of how powerful it is for people that have had pain and have had discomfort that have needed to be healed on some level. And sometimes that healing continues. It is a long-term thing that needs to be worked with. But what is pain? Pain is, if we want to talk about it in an energetic field, then it's a frequency. Pain is a frequency. It's a low frequency within the body. And it's usually when we're in low frequencies that we will be more aware of pain. We will be more susceptible to pick up pain when we're in low frequencies. And pain, a lot of the time, is a manifestation of trapped emotions or blocked emotions, possibly. Maybe a block in life, something that's just kind of like slowing you down. It's your vibration, your vibrational field, which is affecting that progress in life, and that's where pain can come from. Pain can also come from other people, where you may be susceptible to being able to tune into other people's what might be going on with them. You might be unaware. I know things like people that delve in the realms of physical mediumship, they can feel the pain of people that have passed on, to people that are in spirit, and they connect to that pain. That's why physical mediums don't tend to live very long, because they have a lot of ailments. If they're not able to clear it properly, they can carry a lot of that stuff. So that is a few of the things of where pain can come from. So it is a lower frequency energy, and in these lower vibrational states is where we can carry a lot of that. We can carry a lot of it through stress, through overload, through work, through taking on too much, through carrying too much negative emotion, not being able to express your emotions, not releasing the emotions, not saying what you need to say. It will all create pain. It will create a manifestation of pain. You can also get pain from things such as attachments or entities. They can create pain and disharmony within the body. So there is a lot of things that can create pain. Plus, we can also create pain just by falling over or twisting our ankle or breaking a bone. Again, these are other ways of creating pain. So that's more of a physical side of things. So we've got the energetic, we've got the emotional, we've got the physical. We've also got the spiritual when we talk about, like the likes of negative entities and beings that can create pain and create blocks. So we've got the full spectrum of things that can create pain within the physical body. And there's much more than that as well. There's a lot of stuff where we can go into pain. But the actual healing of pain is something that is a little bit deeper and takes a little bit more of an explanation. So I just need to try and think of a way of how we can work around this. When I started receiving Reiki, and then eventually when I started to learn Reiki, I'd always had for years a lot of lower back pain. And many people suffer with lower back pain. And I'm not saying that my one cause of lower back pain is the same as everybody else's, but I know for me, it was a lot of carrying the weight of myself, carrying that weight of self-acceptance, of just being totally lost with myself, totally not bothered about myself, and always trying to uphold and make myself be somebody else. And that created pain. That created emotional pain, it created mental pain, and it created the physical pain in my lower back. So as my healing journey continues, that lower back pain that I used to suffer with quite a lot has pretty much all but gone and subsided. I still get a little bit of a twinge every now and again, but nowhere near where it used to be a constant nagging thing in my lower back. That has pretty much all but gone. And through the various modalities of healing, so not just Reiki, the meditation, the hypnosis, all the various modalities that I've used for myself through various practitioners has helped to alleviate that and managed to raise my frequency. So that pain has gone, it has subsided, it has moved away. So that is that side of things. And I've worked with a lot of clients and a lot of people over the years that have had pain in specific areas, and so it could be like a trapped nerve. Usually any sort of nerve pain as well is emotion. It's emotion stuff that's, it's the nervous system. The nervous system operates by carrying signals through the body, and so if we're always in a state of fight and flight or fear or some lower vibrational frequency emotion, it's going to create a disturbance in your field, in your nervous system, because that's energy that is flowing through your body and it becomes stuck, it becomes trapped. So we have to raise the frequency of that area. So I was working with a client today, an in-person client. She came in walking really, really badly with nerve pain down her leg, and she said, oh shit, it's unbearable, it's like toothache, it's just constant all the time there, and she was really struggling to walk. So I said, fine, okay, then get on the table, we'll do the session. Started off at the head, worked around the head, because it could be emotional stuff that's going on in the mind. Sometimes the mind can create pain that we're totally unaware of. The mind tells us that there's a pain there. And you become so used to that pain being in that one spot that when the pain goes away, the brain is still receiving that signal of pain, but it's actually gone. You just need to convince the brain that it's no longer there. And you can do that through lots of healing and therapies and hypnosis as well. So we did this session, and on that leg, on that particular area, I was feeling there was a lot of the pain was emanating from the knee, and it was radiating outwards, down and up the leg. So I focused a lot for around about half an hour just on that leg, and the hands became very, very hot, as they usually do when there's a lot of energy flowing and a lot of stuff being released and worked with and what have you. And we got to the end of the session, and I moved around and I did some symbols, went back down to the head, worked on the head for a little bit more just to bring that nice gentle feeling back in again. And throughout the session, a leg did move a little bit and she could feel a few twinges. And she actually said that when my hands were on the leg, the pain increased. And I did explain to her that sometimes, because Reiki helps to enhance and speed up your body's natural healing process, that when you have symptoms of, say, a cold or pain or whatever, it can actually get worse quicker before it gets better. So when she came to get off the table, she started walking around the room and she was like, oh, she said, I think that's really done the trick. That's really, really helped. She said, I can't feel any pain there whatsoever. And I had a few visuals that were going through my mind while I was working on the leg. Where I'm not really sure of what it was, so whether it was past life stuff that was coming up, but I kept seeing, it's going to sound bizarre, so bear with me, but I kept seeing a pirate ship with pirates and basically a one-legged, with like the wooden leg. So I explained this to her and she just started laughing. And I said, I really don't know what it is. I said, it could be a past life. I really don't know. When I've had another client before in the past that was having issues with a leg, again, during that process, during that healing session, I was taken to a scene in wartime, and this person in that life was running through over some land, and this mine went off and blew the leg off, and so it was just like kind of her or their body just on the ground in bits basically, but the leg clean gone. When I'd finished the session, because she came in walking again with this limp, when I'd finished that particular session with her, she was bending her leg and she was walking around the foot. She said, my leg's fine, it's gone. So again, this energetic stuff that can sometimes arise from our energy field that we're totally unaware of, that this affects us every single day. So it could be past life, which again is going down the realms of energy and spiritual. There's so much stuff that we aren't told by the medical industry, we aren't told in schools, we aren't told in education, because it's all classed as kind of like woo-woo or hogwash or whatever, or don't listen to all that flannel, you take some pills, and get over it. But there is a lot more going on than we realise, and as we ascend, as the population awakens, as humanity as a whole, as a collective awakens, more and more of this is going to come up. People will be more they'll be more open to this kind of work. They'll be more open to alternative forms of healing. As we can see across probably many platforms of social media, there's always adverts about herbology, about foraging, and about storing all your medicines in the pantry with onions and the honey and all the various herbs and what have you. So all this, and obviously Reiki and the forms of energy healing as well. All these alternative forms that are usually kept kind of like out the way and just covered up and just say, oh, you don't want to bother with all that, it's starting to become more and more prevalent. People are becoming more aware of it, more open to it and more accepting of it, because they've had enough of filling their bodies with poison. They've had enough of just feeling shit every single day. There must be something else that we can do to work on ourselves. And and that's where I was at that point, where I wasn't taking loads of medication, but I was taking a few tablets for mental health, beta blockers, all that sort of stuff to try and keep me calm and whatever, which really just kind of like dumbed me and made me into this kind of like zombie that it just wasn't me anymore. I wasn't living a life, and I had to get past that. And that's why I ventured onto this realm of healing and alternative life, and looking into different ways of being able to work on myself, and then being able to discover then that I can actually help other people and give people guidance, give people assistance if they need it. And that's the whole point of a healing journey. So Reiki is actually extremely beneficial for pain. It will help pain. It may take time. It may happen like with me. It may happen in one session where the pain has been alleviated. After a few days the pain might come back, so then we have to have another repeat session. But Reiki is extremely useful for pain, for the physical body, for the manifestations of what we class as pain in the physical body, which, as we've discussed in this video, can come through a whole host of things. Things can latch onto us. Things can keep us kind of suppressed. Things can keep us kind of anchored into one place and not want us to ascend or go any further. Sometimes the ego can play a big part in pain. The ego likes to keep you also kind of under an umbrella, or under like a dome, I suppose, and not be able to go beyond that. And the ego is very good at that as well. It's very good at keeping you kind of like penned in and making you think the worst outcome or the worst scenario, and all that sort of stuff. And that's kind of like how the ego sometimes likes to work. But when you become more in tune with yourself and more in tune with energy, how energy works, and what is really out there and what is really going on around us, then you tune in deeper to your intuition. So you become more in tune with yourself. You become more in tune with your body. You're becoming more in tune with your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. This internal light that is forever there, is forever constant, and it resides within each and every one of us. And it's that finding of that light that a lot of the system doesn't want you to find. It doesn't want you to find that light, because as soon as somebody starts talking about energy, they're classed as woo-woo, or they're classed as, it's nonsense, it's all that flannel. But now even science and physics and spirituality are all starting to interlink. They're all starting to come together. In the realms of physics, quantum physics, Dr. Bruce Lipton, he talks about, in quantum physics, they talk about the field. And it's this frequency that is ever present and always around us. But in spirituality, we call it spirit. So there is this connection. In psychology and spirituality, there's a lot of connections there to do with the mind and how the mind works, and pain body and shadow work and things like that that we go through. Pain can manifest in the body in many different ways. Sometimes it's just created by the mind to make you think and to distract you from something else. But a lot of the time as well, if we just take the awareness away from the pain, so it's a little bit like if you've been suffering with toothache or a stomach problem, and someone says, you need to try and go and see your doctor, they'll be able to sort you out. And then you can't get an appointment and the stomach pain gets worse. I can't get in. Eventually you get in, you go to see the doctor, and you're in the waiting room, and the stomach suddenly starts feeling better. It starts calming down a little bit. You go in to see your doctor, and your doctor says, "Oh, you're all right. You know, doesn't seem to be anything wrong. I can't pick up on anything. I think you're okay. You know, just drink plenty of water, flush it through, and you'll be fine." You know, and that's a little bit of that kind of thing where it distracts you from what is actually happening. It's also a bit of that placebo thing as well. The placebo effect is extremely powerful and is extremely known as well. Not that I'm saying that Reiki and all that sort of stuff is placebo, but just distracting the mind away from the actual cause can take the awareness away from it. And then you can begin to do the healing in the background of the actual pain that is going on. So yeah, the pain in the body is more than just a physical pain. There is so much more that is going on. There is the emotions, there's the mental, there's the actual physical, but there's the spiritual as well. There's a whole host of stuff. But Reiki is extremely powerful and extremely useful for helping with physical pain. So I hope this video helps. I hope it shines a little bit of light onto any pain that you may currently have. If you wish to get in touch to book any sessions with me with regards to any distance Reiki, I can give Reiki to anywhere in the world from this room, because distance Reiki, it's not actually distance, because we are all connected. Energy and spirit is now. There is no distance, there is no time and distance. It's all present, all the time, all knowing, always flowing. And it's just about opening your mind to that concept that it's not a physical thing of me being here and thinking about sending it to there. It's just there, and it just happens. If you're open to that, if you're able to get beyond that, beyond the, I suppose, the logical thinking side of the brain, then get in touch. I always put my links below, so you can follow me on any of my socials below: Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and also my website. And you can get in touch with me there via the website. But until then, until the next video, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope it's been enlightening, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye for now.